Someone who remembers who he or she is does not need reminding. Enkidu can die. Enkidu was born only for Gilgamesh. Enkidu walks into the life of Gilgamesh so that Gilgamesh can become self-aware. Now, here's the thing you need to understand. Enkidu has accomplished the impossible. Someone with a tremendous amount of power has become passive to power, has fallen in love with Enkidu. When you fall in love, not with someone's looks, not with someone's emotions, you choose the people you're with because of their emotions or the way they think. Now remember, the intellect, the way you think, is very simple. When you are young and confused, your intellect is there to figure out how to remove these confusing emotions, intense emotions from you. Your intellect is not autonomous, it's not independent. You just don't want to feel anymore. So Gilgamesh has fallen in love with a man who is whole, intact. He's not broken by sex, he's not broken by society, he's not broken by his father or his mother. He just understands that life is a crappy experience, regardless of who and what you are. And that is the teaching he wants to give to Gilgamesh. Because Enkidu has offended the gods play a magic trick, Enkidu gets sick. As he's laying on his deathbed, he has a dream. He finds himself in the house of dust, sand, and darkness. He's in the world of Hades. He wakes up from the dream and says to Gilgamesh, I have had this dream. Now, one of the things you need to understand about dreams in the ancient world is, if you have watched the movie The Matrix, it belongs to the world of Morpheus. Dreams are profoundly, profoundly important, especially if you are working with someone, i.e. a teacher. What's going to happen when you're working with a teacher is that for the first maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years, that teacher is the very centerpiece of every single dream that you will have. And whenever you have those dreams, it's to your advantage to share those dreams with the person you're working with. You will never be able to interpret the dream on your own. No student is ever able to think well, to feel well, to read well, and to act well. They're like dough, they're like clay. They must be shaped and formed by the person they're working with. One morning, Gilgamesh wakes up to make some coffee and maybe bagel and cream cheese for his buddy Enkidu, but Enkidu doesn't wake up. Pushes Enkidu a little bit, remains unmoved. Enkidu is dead. The only thing that had given Gilgamesh meaning and purpose in life was the presence of Enkidu. Now that Enkidu is dead, Gilgamesh has been hollowed from within. He has no place to go. You have this awareness now, and it's so potent and it's so intense that you can't just pretend. Gilgamesh has tasted what real love looks like. He can't go back to being a prince. He can't go back to Uruk and simply have sex with people. He can't go back to Uruk and simply drink and smoke and have a good time. Enkidu taught him, showed him what good conversation looks like, what beauty looks like. The things that Enkidu gave him did not diminish with time. They've only intensified. Gilgamesh lives with memories now, and you can't touch the memories. You want to find something down here as beautiful, as perfect, as complete as Enkidu. Tragically, of course, for Gilgamesh, Enkidu showed him something that no human being should ever be shown. That if you really want to be happy, if you want perfection, if you want beauty, it's inside you. No one can give it to you. You can't find it out there. And Gilgamesh has come to realize this through Enkidu. Do you know how devastating it is? That you know that what you're looking for lives within you. I mean, you know it to your core. You also know you need to get married. You also know you want to have children. You also know that once in a while you want to be around your friends. At the same time, you also know, despite wanting all these things, having them perhaps, you will never, ever, ever be happy. They will never bring about contentment. Moments of joy, yes, but you got married and you had kids for political reasons. You need to understand the gravity of devastation, depression, loneliness, confusion, anger that lives inside Gilgamesh. When you are codependent, and if that codependency, if that thing is the very hub of your life, and that hub has depth, maturity, wisdom inside it, in one sense, consider yourself to be immensely lucky, because you will continue to live, but your expectations will be very low for what life will offer you from that point on. No one will ever come close to what you used to have. That's a great freedom to have. Since Gilgamesh got a taste of something eternal, immortal, transcendental, he says to himself, there has to be something out there. There has to be another teacher out there who can show me, guide me, give me another taste of wisdom. And this is where the solitary, the spiritual quest takes place. You're not after pleasures of the body. You're not after emotions connected to the body. You're not after information connected to the physical life. You want something that you can see, taste, smell, or touch.